Meet my student, Cassidy. Using UMT's exclusive plus and tilde sign techniques guarantees there is something to smile about. Doesn't she look excited? She's just the happiest little thing ever. The great thing about completing the exercises, now using the whiteboard first, is that it's easy to erase, to make corrections, and review concepts before assigning exercises to be completed for homework. Now, I know Sheila and Judy Hanley, I mean, there's millions of you teachers that are using those whiteboards, and you basically think can't live without it, right? And it's so fun to use the whiteboard. So if you don't have it, you absolutely definitely want to grab a whiteboard because it will become the go-to in your studio. Now watch Cassidy as she completes her rhythm and rest exercise. Okay, Cassidy, so today we're talking about compound time. Now, you're already done the Basic Rudiments Workbook, and you did your level 4. And Sola and Tito are here to help you do level 5. So welcome, Cassidy. We're back.
Yay.
So today we're going to talk about how to add rests in compound time. So tell me, how many groups do you see there?
3. I mean 2.
Just kidding. Okay. And you're right. You see 3 notes, but how many groups do you see?
2 groups.
2 groups. Okay. So let's go ahead and add rests. Could you put your scoops underneath the groups that you see in each measure? So we have 1, 2. Just go ahead and finish the whole line. Excellent. And what is the pulse that you see in each group?
Strong, weak, weak, medium, weak, weak.
Okay, perfect. You've got 1 more measure. We'll go ahead and finish that one off. So in adding rests, and now we're in compound time, why do we need the pulse when we're adding rests?
So we know how we can combine the rests.
Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead, Cassidy, and cross off the basic beat of what you already have, and then we can start adding our rests. Very good. Okay, so now in the first measure, you've crossed off the strong and the last weak. Can a week be joined to a week?
No.
Okay, so what sign do you need? Plus sign or tilde?
Tilde.
Okay, and then go ahead and add your 2 rests in there. What kind of rests are you adding?
8th rest.
Correct, okay. Medium, weak, plus or tilde?
We need a plus sign.
A plus sign, okay, great. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Excellent. And now what kind of rest will you put up there, Cassidy?
A quarter rest.
Quarter rest. Okay, let's go ahead and put that in there. Beautiful. Okay, next measure. So let's go ahead and cross off what you have. Oh, you did already. Okay, 8th note. Okay, so now let's do our plus and tilde signs first. So strong to weak, what kind of sign will you use?
A plus sign.
Okay, so let's go ahead and add that. So we have plus. Next one.
We can also have another plus sign.
Another plus sign. Now, could that weak go over to the medium?
No.
No. Okay, so then we need to add
Tilde.
tilde. He's not going to be invited. All right, and then what about the medium to the weak?
The medium can pick up a weak, so
Perfect.
we can have a plus sign.
Plus sign. All right, now we're ready to add our rests. So in the first part, what kind of rest will we use for those 3/8 notes?
We can have a dotted quarter rest.
Okay, let's go ahead and put in the dotted quarter rest. And where does the dot go when you have a quarter rest?
The 3rd space.
The 3rd space. Okay, you want to put it right after the rest. So let's just go ahead and erase that because they're like buds, so they're together. Perfect. Okay, and then what kind of rest do we need for the medium weak?
A quarter rest.
Quarter rest. Now, because we're in compound time, we've got our basic beat, which is 6/8 notes. But in the last measure, we have our 2 groups. And now we want to know what the compound basic beat is. So if you have 3/8 notes, the compound basic beat will be 1 what?
1 dotted quarter note.
Okay, so go ahead and add that to the bottom, a dotted quarter note. And then another dotted quarter note. So now that pulse would be strong dot, weak dot. Are we going to have plus or tilde there?
Plus.
Plus. Okay, so we'll have strong dot and then weak dot. Okay, and what kind of a rest is going to fill the whole measure?
A whole rest.
A whole rest. And he always hangs from?
From the 4th line.
4th line. Falls into party space 3. Excellent. You're such an artist, Cassidy. Look at your artwork there. Lovely. It's the same color as Sola's lipstick. It is. That's beautiful. Great. Thanks, Cassidy. So that's good. Now that we've reviewed all of the 6/8 time, how to add rests, our basic beat and pulse, you're ready to go ahead and start your homework. So this week you're going to be completing the pages on compound time, page 14 and page 15. Okay?
Okay.
She's pretty cute, right? In level 4, students learned about root position chords and root quality chord symbols. Now in level 5, on page 40, students are learning about chords or triads in root position and inversions. So that's new to this level, level 5. These root quality chord symbols now include the slash chord. Now, the slash chord is a root quality chord symbol letter, or letter with an M, of course, which means minor, followed by a slash and another letter. And that letter is indicating an inversion. So the letter after the slash is the name of the lowest note of the triad. So the root quality chord symbol is E. It indicates E major triad in root position. So next, now observing the square I'm thinking brackets, we see A minor triad in root position, indicated by the root quality chord symbol of A, M, which means A minor. Now the arrow is pointing to C, and that's indicating the lowest note of the given triad. So the lowest note of the given triad is written in first inversion. So the root quality chord symbol is A, the root, followed by a lowercase m, indicating minor, followed by a slash, indicating, oh, that's an inversion, followed by the letter C, indicating the lowest note of the triad is C. Now, it's pretty easy when you think about it, but when we first see it and are teaching it, it's a little complicated. Now, really, the success trick here, the technique, is to use the square I'm thinking brackets. And you see little Sola there. She's helping us out. And next we see G/D chord, indicating G major in second inversion. Now, in the answer book, and I just want to share this with you, on page 40, here's how UMT's exclusive square I'm thinking brackets technique helps students easily write the triad in root position, all right? And then draw an arrow pointing to the lowest note of the given triad. So we see our triad and the lowest note is C, and then identify the root quality chord symbol. So that makes it easy to identify G minor/D, A/C sharp, and B flat/D. So using the square I'm thinking brackets is absolutely the key to getting 100% on these, and the little arrows too. And in our workbooks, we've left lots of room so students can easily do these exercises as we've indicated. Functional chord symbols. Now, functional chord symbols identify the root, the quality, the scale degree. All right, and then the added figure base indicates the position of the triad. Now remember that new now is that we are indicating inversions, and the functional chord symbols are written below the triad. So in level 4 on page 41, Sola says follow these 3 steps to write a triad using a key signature. Use the square I'm thinking brackets to write the root position triad, and then write the inversion. Write the root quality chord symbol above and the functional chord symbol below. Now, Tito Tip says if the root position triad in square I'm thinking brackets is written with an accidental, the accidental must be repeated when writing the inversion of the triad. Now, when students are doing their exams, they can, as long as they're using the square I'm thinking brackets, that is fine. And always make sure it's at the end of the measure, because what they're marked on is the first thing that they're putting into the staff, so they can indicate the position that is being asked for. Now, in the answer book on page 41, you can see how this technique makes it really easy to complete these exercises using the square I'm thinking brackets. First is the tonic triad of D major in second inversion. check. Next is the subdominant triad of E flat major, first inversion, check. Dominant triad of F minor, second inversion, check. And subdominant triad of B minor, first inversion, check. So now we've got 100% on this question. Pretty easy, right?